This is your brother No Covers coming to you out of Wilmington, North Carolina. How y'all doing? I wasn't gonna say nothing, and I wasn't until I got a couple phone calls. I wasn't gonna speak on the march at all. I was just gonna stay back and lay silent. But then they said No Covers, man. Hey, are you covering everything or what? And I always promised my audience that I would cover everything, and I had to hold true to that. So we all know that there's a march coming here tomorrow, Wilmington Tribunal tonight, march tomorrow on Sunday in Wilmington, North Carolina from the Black Panther Party. It has caused uproar to the DA's office. He feels he has to say something. Let me give you a little history of where No Covers fits in. I was asked a couple weeks back, been doing this thing for 3 to 4 weeks now. I was asked to speak to a couple of brothers about the march that were participating in the march, the leaders that were participating, to try to get a neutral balance to say, it might not be necessary, because the city definitely didn't want it, but some of the people did, and it was, can you ask them that? And I was like, no, I can't. That's hypocritical. See, my background has been in this struggle since I was 23. So it's kind of hypocritical me 30 years later to condemn someone on the same mindset I had it 20 years ago. I mean, 20 years ago, I probably had the same mindset. Strap up, let's march. When you're a child, you speak as a child. When you become a man, you start putting away different ways, not the childish ways. You just start to think differently. My philosophy now is on education economics. I've told you all this before. No Covers focus on 2 areas: education, economics. I don't focus on the military side because, to me personally, they got more guns than I got. They got a military. I understand protecting my community, but at the end of the day, my education economics. I got to buy these guns. Number one, I need some education how to use them. So education economics. That's my focus. But for those who that's their focus, I don't condemn that. That's their thing. I stay in my lane. My lane is education and economics. That's where we stay focused at. Now let me give you a little history for you all that are asking me, inboxing, that are texting, or asking the question, do we support, don't we support? I can't tell you that. It's on you. I live mine. What you gonna do? You about it, get about it. If you not, stay home. What you gonna do? Should nobody had to tell you what to do. At this time, you got a president of the United States sitting in the White House that you don't like. You still asking what you should do? Really? Okay. Let you ask the question, because I've already decided. Ask the question. What you should do. It depends on what lifestyle you want to take. If you support a certain lifestyle, support it. But if you don't fake it. Here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want some of my young people to get all excited, and some of my older people to get all excited and start pumping what you don't believe. You start pumping your fist in the air and throwing your fist up. Are you about that lifestyle? If you're not about that lifestyle, then just say high five and go on back home. If you about it, then you willing with some thorough buzzers. Dr. Ali Muhammad, he not no joke. Brother is very thorough. I believe the brother has 2 doctorate degrees and a master's in military science, if I'm not mistaken. His organization is well typed. I followed them for years. Never thought about joining because that wasn't my tea. Because, you got to understand the history where I come from. Dr. Khalid Muhammad came out of the Nation of Islam. He was the one who resurrected the Panther Party. Huey Newton and Bobby Steele was going along in the 80s. There was no Panther Party during that time. They were very much underground. When Dr. Khalid came out, other organizations within the older generation of the Panther Party started to surface. And then you had 2 parties, the New Black Panther Party and the Revolutionary Black Panther Party. I understand the history, and I respect both history. I respect both organizations. It's just not my cup of tea. Education and economics is more my cup of tea. That's just for me. But do I disrespect? No, because I respect the womb that bore me. Now, why do I say that? Let's take a rewind in history. Marcus Garvey Noble Ali. Noble Ali comes with black nationalism from Islamic perspective. Marcus Garvey, who never taught anything about religion, comes with black nationalism from an economic perspective. The two bridge. The two come together, and the two are the roots of Master Farad Muhammad and the Nation of Islam. To me, my personal opinion, having studied this and having lived this, out comes the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam. From those roots that are tied so closely together, out comes an organization to me personally, as Malcolm said in the movie Malcolm X, was one of the premier organizations on this world. Not in America, one of the premier organizations in the world. And folks messed it up. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan rebuilt it. Brought it back to fruition. And folks still messed it up. Why? Because the masses of the people did not move that way. They decided to go the other way. 2 million man marches and you still ain't woke up. 2 million man marches and you still look the other way. 2 million man marches and you have other organizations that's coming up, surfacing now and say do this. Why? Because of the discipline and the structure required for a particular organization. You know exactly when you go in, this not going to happen, that's not going to happen, this not going to happen, that's not going to happen. The rules and restrictions people just don't like. We want to be about it, but we don't want to have the rules and restrictions. That's never going to get us anywhere. In my maturity, I understand that. So, I say economics and education. Is that going to get us to the final? I don't believe, but it's going to get us close enough that we can survive. Because it's survival for me now. Because the key is already gone. We blew those. Because why? We got so many of these other organizations that's jumping up now that's taking the place. So, with that being said, do you go to the march or not? It's on you. Do you support the march or not? It's on you. I've already lived my life. I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you if you go, be about it. Don't be frightened. Don't be faking. Be for real. Trump's watching. You best believe that. All day long. Does that mean scared of Trump? No, I ain't scared of Trump. I understand Trump, but I know what time it is. Because I studied from a man who has educated me better than any man has ever lived, who has educated me so wise that he said I would have this Caucasian wrapped around my finger and I wouldn't even know he existed unless I looked at him. Yeah, I studied from that man, so I understand what's going on. So for you all that are curious about the march, go see. It don't hurt. Don't be scared. Go see for yourself. Go find out for yourself. I've heard that the media has been shut down because the city don't want it. They're afraid. What are you afraid of? Really, what are we afraid of? Really. I basically told them you don't have nothing to be afraid of. Why? Why do I feel you don't? Because I know this city. You ain't joining. You'll go watch, you'll go participate, you ain't joining. Why? Because it's going to take sacrifice, which we ain't willing to do. It's going to take discipline, which we ain't willing to do. It's going to take a change of norm, which ain't no more partying, ain't no more smoking. Ain't no more going to the liquor store. That lifestyle, no. And most of us not willing to do that. We're not willing to give that up. So I told the city, don't even worry about it, man. It's one day. Do the thing, go home, be back. You got the slaves back on the plantation tomorrow as usual. Don't get upset. Now, don't y'all get upset with me for saying that. It's just reality of what it is. We'll be back on that plantation tomorrow as usual, participating in the system as be because we're not ready to go free yet. Had we been ready to go free, we would have did this 20 years ago. We wouldn't need no Panthers to come to this city to get us free. We've been had the opportunity to get free. We've had every opportunity laid it out those steps to get free. We just don't want to get free. We want to continue to participate in this system. So with that being said, do what you got to do. I'm still going to be here on No Covers. I'm still going to be pushing education and economics because I think that's the two keys that we can all agree upon. We ain't going to agree on no weapons. We're not going to agree on no church. But we can agree on education. That our children need to be properly educated. And we can agree on black economics. We're not even gonna agree on who the best rapper. What's the best music like? But I believe we can agree on black economics. And I believe we can agree on education. And I believe here in Wilmington, if we took a conscious effort and focus on the education of our children and ourselves, not just our children, the education of our children and ourselves. When I put those posts out in the morning on Black History, I want you and your children to read them. Not just give it to your children, you read them too. So you can understand your history. So you can know who you are and who you're destined to be. Then take that education further. If you're not in community college, get in there. If you're not getting your doctorate degree, get there. If you're not getting a master's, go work on it. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, go get one. If you don't have a high school diploma, I better see you at doggone Cape Fear Community College. Get some education in economics. Study economics. All our black dollars should go toward black businesses. Support those black businesses. And we support each other. If you got a business idea, get with 3 or 4 people who have the same idea. Don't be jealous. Don't hate. Come together, because we ain't got enough money to do it alone. But come together and unite and get that business off the ground. And then once you get one, get another, then get another, and then get another, and then eventually all 5 of y'all have your own business. It's that simple. It's that powerful. It's that pure. It's that perfect. It's just what you want to do. I stopped pumping my fists up a long time ago. I've been running there since. Peace and blessings. It's your brother, No Covers, and I'm still running.